Hi again, David. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to review a few of the words that we learned in Class 1. I'm going to add on some words that I forgot or I missed in Class 1. And then we're going to learn some new words, okay? So let's do a little bit of review. Hi. How are you? Remember, we don't do the are. We don't do is, am, was, were, be, being, the, none of those, okay? How are you? And you would point to yourself and say, I'm fine. Or fine. Just like that. Thank you. And you could respond, how are you? What is your name? And you'd have to show that on your face that you're asking a question. What is your name? It's a sign for who. This is a new one. Who. Let's get a little closer so you can see that. It actually looks a little bit like a C, but you put your thumb up against your chin. Who. It's a sign for, it's your middle fingers. They just touch the top of your chest. What's up? What's up? I'm fine. Thank you. Sign for sorry. It's over your heart. I'm sorry. But it's inferred if you just say sorry. Sign for slow. It is your dominant hand, right hand if you're right-handed, left hand if you're left-handed. On top, you'll pull back. Slow. Slow. Please. It's in the center of your chest. You just rub your chest saying please. So you could say slow, please. I am learning. What I've actually done is it looks like I'm taking something from my hand and putting it in my head. Well, I am. I'm actually taking something. I'm learning. Please. Again. Watch. See how my hand is shaped? Again. Please. Again. Okay, now for some new words for this week. Okay, ready? These are all of the question words that we're going to review. We're going to do, you've learned this one already just a few moments ago. Who? Who? What? Just your index finger. What? Where? It's kind of a natural movement, isn't it? Where? When is a teardrop. Your right hand is just going to kind of create a little teardrop off of your other index finger. When? When? How? We've learned that already with how are you? How? Why? It's just your whole palm touching your forehead, and then you come down to the letter Y. So it's why. You may also see somebody just flickering their index, or their middle finger, excuse me, like this, Y. That could be used as well. So why or why, and that's for the WHY question word. So those are our question words. We'll probably find more later, like, oh, I forgot one. Which? Which one is that? Which of the two of you will be working tomorrow? Okay? Signs for yes and no. Yes. No. You could do no or two of them together. And it looks like this. It basically looks like a duck, like the bill of a duck. No. Nice to meet you. One hand on top of the other hand. Nice. And then just create the number 1 with both of your hands. And your right hand, if you're right-handed, or your left hand, if you're left-handed, moves towards the other one and you touch palms or touch fists. It's meet. So nice to meet you. Okay? I understand. I understand. And what that is, I'll get a little bit closer, it's just your finger, it flicks off of your thumb. Understand. Now if you said I understand, it's a confirmation. This is I don't understand. You can also say I don't. This is the sign for don't understand. But it's just as easy to do I don't understand. Okay? We've talked about some indexing. You. This is the singular, or if you're talking about a singular person, or if I was to say, who are you? You must go to the store now. But if we're talking about ownership, then it would be your. Your. Like, what's your name? It's an ownership. And you can kind of sense it with that feeling that, you know, they own it and it's not mine, it's yours. It's a very natural kind of sign, isn't it? So it's your. They is just a movement, they. They. Or their, because they own it. Their store. They own, well, their store. Store, excuse me. Deaf. Starts at the chin, goes to the ear. Some people do it from ear to mouth. Either way it works. Deaf. Hard of hearing, it's with an H, just bounce it. Hard of hearing. Hard of hearing. Here's a sign that's quite interesting. It's actually a sign for person. And what that really means is if you were going to say, let's say you said the word teach. And we'll learn that now, the sign for teach. It's this hand. It's kind of like quack, 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 quack. Teach. And if you put a person reference on it, it's now teacher. Teach-er. Okay? So you could say, I'm a learner. Learner is really translated to what? Student. So that's the sign for student. Okay? Worker. Worker or employee. So that's kind of the person reference. That's really the end of class 2. So I will see you in class number 3. Adios.